Welcome back to Brevard Beat, everybody. Ready for a little blast from the past?
Always.
Well, this time, we're heading over to the Brevard Renaissance Fair.
Oh, cool.
It's their 10th anniversary this year.
Wow.
And they've got a brand new location.
Yeah, they do. It's at Castle Park on York Avenue in Melbourne.
Oh, nice.
Much more room now.
Yeah, and they're going to need it because it runs every weekend.
That's right.
From January 18th all the way to February 23rd.
Wow, that's a long time.
And they've got this special education day on February 3rd.
Excellent.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
It's not just like one big Renaissance,
Right.
blob for the whole month.
Right. Yeah.
They've got all these themed weekends.
Yeah, they're switching it up each weekend.
Yeah.
Fantasy, Viking, pirate, Celtic, beer fest, and even carnival.
Oh, you had me at Beer Fest.
They've got something for everyone.
So let's start with Fantasy Weekend,
Okay.
January 18th through the 20th.
Sounds good.
And I was checking out their website, and it says you can heckle stormtroopers.
Yes.
That alone seems worth the price of admission.
And they've also got the cosplay contest that weekend.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see everyone in their costumes.
Absolutely.
Very creative.
Okay, so then we jump from fantasy to pirates.
Okay.
Pirate Weekend is February 1st and 2nd.
All right.
Now, this one really caught my eye because they have both a talk like a pirate contest and a buskier contest.
Interesting.
How does a buskier fit into the pirate theme?
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
I'm a little lost.
Maybe it's a nod to the more, theatrical, romanticized pirates.
That's a good point.
Like we see in the movies and stuff.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Renaissance fair without a little spectacle.
That's true.
All right, now for the weekend, I'm personally most excited about
Hit me.
Beer Fest, February 15th and 16th.
All right.
So tell me more about what they have planned.
Okay.
I hear they're featuring local brews.
Yes, they're partnering with Rover's Way for craft beer tastings, and there's even a beer chugging contest.
I'll definitely be there for the tastings.
Of course.
But I'll leave the chugging to the professionals.
Makes sense.
You know what else is a great perk?
What's that?
They have the Saturday night concerts every Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
And get this, the concert's included with your fair admission.
Wow, what a deal.
That's like a 2-for-1.
That's awesome.
Have they announced the lineup for this year yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
But last year they had some fantastic Celtic rock bands, so I'm sure it'll be just as good this year.
Okay.
Speaking of things included with admission,
Yeah.
have you heard about their pub crawl?
I saw a little blurb online.
Oh, okay.
Tell me more.
Oh.
Is it just like any other pub crawl?
It's not quite the same.
Yeah.
So you've got these adventuring bards,
Okay.
and they lead you through the pubs of Wickhamshire
Oh,
with jokes and songs and games along the way.
that's fun.
So it's like an interactive Renaissance-themed pub crawl. It's
Wow.
really cool.
And it includes 3 beers and a commemorative drinking vessel.
Yes.
Wow. Now that's what I call a good deal.
It's a good time.
Okay, I have to ask about Education Day.
Sure.
It's happening on February 2nd,
Okay.
and they're offering $5 tickets for students
Wow.
and free entry for chaperones.
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What kind of educational experiences can students expect?
So it's a great opportunity for younger audiences
Right.
to really engage with the Renaissance period. They'll have live demonstrations,
Okay.
performances, and activities specifically geared towards learning about history,
Nice.
culture, and the arts.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Sounds like they're really committed to making the fair accessible and educational for everyone.
They are.
Speaking of accessibility,
Yeah.
I read that they've partnered with some local organizations.
Yes. They work with groups like the Palm Bay Storm and the Eau Gallie High School ROTC program.
Oh, wow.
A lot of the volunteers at the fair come from these organizations.
So that's great.
And the Renaissance Fair reciprocates by making donations to support their work.
I love that.
So it's a great example of community collaboration.
It really is heartwarming to see an event like this giving back to the community.
It is.
Okay, before we move on, can we talk about the merchandise?
Always down to talk about merch.
I'm a sucker for a good souvenir.
Me too.
And I saw they have a Live Laugh Mud t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah. It really captures the spirit of the Renaissance Fair.
It does. And of course, no visit to a Renaissance Fair would be complete without a Beerstein mug.
Oh, for sure.
They have tons of unique items on their website.
I bet you could spend hours browsing.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm curious, what are some of the most interesting pieces you've seen?
Let me think.
Is it all just t-shirts and mugs, or is there something a little more unique?
Oh, yeah. They've got like handcrafted leather goods and jewelry and pottery.
Oh, cool.
I even saw some medieval weaponry once,
Whoa.
like real swords and stuff. Yeah. And I once saw this gorgeous hand-bound journal
Oh, nice.
with Celtic knotwork on the cover.
Ooh, that sounds beautiful.
It was.
I might need to add that to my shopping list.
You should.
You know, I'm realizing we haven't even talked about the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
What's it like to actually be at the Brevard Renaissance Fair?
It's really like stepping back in time.
Okay.
You're surrounded by people in these elaborate costumes,
I bet.
like queens and knights and fairies and pirates.
Wow.
There's music in the air
Yeah.
and the aroma of roasting meat and sweet treats,
Oh, man.
you know, and the sounds of laughter and merriment.
Yeah.
It really engages all your senses.
I bet the photo ops are amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You could practically have a professional photo shoot just wandering around,
Oh, for sure.
interacting with the characters.
Yeah.
Speaking of interacting,
Okay.
have you ever been to a jousting tournament?
I haven't.
Really?
I've seen them on TV,
Okay.
but never in person.
Oh, you got to see one live.
What are they like?
It's quite a spectacle.
Yeah.
These knights on horseback,
Yeah.
they charge at each other with their lances.
Oh.
The clash of the wood
Yeah.
against the armor.
Uh-huh.
It's intense.
Sounds intense.
The crowd gets so into it, too.
I bet.
Cheering for their favorite knight.
Wow. So they really do have something for everyone.
They do.
Music, comedy, crafts, food,
Jousting.
jousting.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you think our listeners should know about?
You know, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the artisans.
Oh, yeah.
They're truly the heart of the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
You'll find blacksmiths and leatherworkers
Cool.
and weavers.
Wow.
It's fascinating to watch them work
I bet.
and learn about their crafts.
Yeah?
A lot of them are happy to chat with you, too,
Oh, that's nice.
about their process and the history behind their work.
That's awesome. You know, that's what I love about events like this.
Yeah.
It's not just about passive entertainment.
Yeah.
It's about engaging with history and art and culture in
Absolutely.
a hands-on way.
Yeah,
And I think that's what makes the Brevard Renaissance Fair so special,
it really is.
especially with the emphasis on education.
Especially with Education Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a chance to not only have fun,
Uh-huh.
but also to learn and appreciate the rich history and artistry.
Of the Renaissance period.
Yeah, it's a reminder that history isn't just something we read about in textbooks.
Right.
It's something we can experience and connect with on a personal level.
Exactly.
Well said. And I think after everything we've discussed today,
Yeah,
our listeners have a pretty good sense of what to expect at the 10th anniversary
they do.
of the Brevard Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, it sounds like an event that's not to be missed.
Yeah, it really does sound like something special.
Definitely.
And speaking of not missing out,
Yeah.
we got to remind our listeners
Yeah.
about that Black Friday sale.
Yes. It's a great chance to save some money on tickets.
Yeah.
15% off admission until December 2nd.
Nice.
And you don't even need a code or anything.
Right.
Oh, cool.
The discount is automatically applied at checkout.
Super easy.
Super easy.
So, you know, even with all this info we've covered today,
Yeah,
I feel like we've barely scratched the surface.
it's true. There's so much to see and do.
Where can our listeners go to learn more and, like,
Yeah.
really dive into all the details?
Definitely check out their website,
Okay.
brevardrenaissancefair.com.
Perfect.
You can find the full schedule there and info on the theme weekends and vendors and all that.
Awesome.
And of course, you can buy tickets there too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe after the fair wraps up, we can do a follow-up episode.
That's a great idea.
You know, hear from some listeners about their experiences.
Yeah, we can have them call in and share their favorite moments.
Yeah. What were their best finds in the marketplace?
What were their best pirate impressions?
Exactly.
I love it.
But for now, we got to leave our listeners with the anticipation of what's to come.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars, folks.
The 10th anniversary of the Brevard Renaissance Fair is going to be epic. One for the books.
For sure.
Any final words of wisdom before we sign off?
Just this. Don't be afraid to really get into it.
Yeah.
Embrace the costumes and the characters and the music and the food.
Yeah. Have fun with it.
Talk to the artisans. You know, learn about what they do.
I love that.
Let yourself be transported back in time.
Awesome.
It's all about making memories.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you.
And on that note, it's time to wrap up this episode of Brevard Beat.
Sad to see it go.
I know we've had so much fun talking about the Renaissance Fair.
We have.
Hope you enjoyed listening, everybody.
We hope to see you there.
See you next time.